Caesar, the most notorious Roman of them all, the legendary figure of power and military might, the leader, the politician, the general, the writer, the lover, and one of the greatest men in the history of the world. Even though he wasn't actually an emperor, his name is synonymous to imperialism. All the Roman emperors added the title Caesar to their names to justify their authority and power. Similarly, the rulers of Germany and Russia called upon his name, using it as the title of power. The Kaiser in Germany and the Tsar in Russia are, in effect, only translations of Caesar's name. Even the all-powerful Napoleon drew inspiration from him. However, before becoming a man of legend, Caesar was only an ambitious young man in search of his path to glory, which seemed to be evading him. In 75 BC, when he was 25 years old, Caesar was on his way to Rhodes, a center for learning and philosophy, when his ship was intercepted during the winter by the pirates in the Aegean Sea, near the island of Armacusa. These were no ordinary bandits, they were part of the infamous Cilician pirates, known for their audacity and cruelty, the most bloodthirsty of men as Plutarch called them. The pirates quickly realized they had captured someone of high rank and expected a hefty ransom in return. At first, when the pirates demanded 20 talents for his ransom, he laughed at them for not knowing whom they had captured and agreed to give them 50, which was worth a fortune at the time, almost $1.2 million in today's terms, as he considered himself to be worth much more than just 20 talents. Caesar was held captive for 40 days with just one doctor and 2 personal attendants for company, having dispatched his companions and his other slaves to raise the money with which he might be ransomed. Throughout his captivity, instead of acting frightened or submissive, he maintained an air of authority and even treated the pirates as if they were his subordinates. As Plutarch puts it, he showed such contempt for the Cilicians that whenever he lay down to sleep, he would send word to them ordering them to keep quiet. For 38 days, without a care in the world, he would join in their games and exercises as if they were not his captors but his bodyguards. Writing poems and speeches, he treated them as his audience, and those who did not admire them, he called to their faces illiterate barbarians and would often, as a joke, threaten to hang them. They were amused and attributed his outspokenness to simplicity and playfulness. After Caesar was released from captivity, upon the payment of a ransom to the pirates who had abducted him, he did not simply return to his former life. Instead, he gathered a fleet at Miletus and launched a surprise assault on those very same pirates still anchored and unsuspecting in the harbor. He swiftly captured them, reclaiming the treasure they had accumulated. The captured pirates were thrown into the cells at Pergamum. Caesar, seeking lawful retribution, presented them to Juncus, the governor of Asia, who, distracted by the pirates' wealth, hesitated to deliver justice. Seeing Juncus's greed, Caesar excused himself and took decisive action. He returned to Pergamum, had the pirates brought forth from their cells, and without delay carried out the punishment he had once half-jokingly promised to the pirates. He crucified them all. In a single stroke, Caesar had turned from captive to captor, from a joke to the deliverer of justice, fulfilling his earlier threat that the pirates had dismissed as mere bravado. He did, however, show a sign of mercy, perhaps as an acknowledgement of the camaraderie once shared during his time with the pirates. He spared them the unbearable agony of crucifixion, ordering instead that they be swiftly strangled before they met their fate on the cross. This tale is revealing, as it shows some of the traits that raised Caesar to a legendary status: his audacity and decisiveness when facing unfavorable odds, as well as his courage and self-awareness of his own worth. But it also shows the internal conflict between his adherence to Roman law and willingness to follow justice, and his annoyance when justice does not meet his own ambition. It's in this conflict that his and the Roman Republic's tragedy lies.